Fuck hunting.
Vegan adventures, welcome to another exciting vlog from Mallorca, Spain. Today we're gonna hike the hills near the Palma de Mallorca city, so let's get started. Straight from the beginning we notice lots of deforestation on these hillsides, and most likely it is space for animal grazing. Animal agriculture is the biggest contributor to deforestation. The road we're following was going down through the valley and then went on the right and then back around here, but there was no shortcut straight up here. Here you can again see the bigger road that we're following down there, that turn on the right, and now it's a smaller path. And on the way back we want to follow it along the ridge line all the way left and come back around the other way. And here we stumbled upon this little cave in the cliff, and they were covered by the rocks, and it smelled like some animals, so I think the wild goats are sleeping in here. Now I know exactly which way to go. Now we got more up and the path turned more into the bigger road, and we noticed that there was a lot of deforestation, especially here on the right side. Now we got a first view of Palma de Mallorca city, and has around 400,000 inhabitants. this crossroad, so we're gonna first go here on the left to some hill and then we're gonna continue straight to do the loop. Okay, here we got to the top of this hill. It took only about 5 minutes from that crossroad and we got some amazing views here. And now we're gonna have a vegan lunch. And I'm having potatoes with some broccoli, so healthy whole foods, and Sanya is having some rice with mixed vegetables. We got another crossroad, so when we make a loop we should come back with this road on the left, and now there should be some cave here somewhere on the right. Let's try to find it.
You just tell me what to do, tell me what to do. If you want me to take over, just give me the green light, just give me the green light.
Okay, and in just a few minutes we got to this cave, but there was no signs to it and the path was not very visible. We see there are climbing bolts in the wall, so this cave is mostly used by climbers, so I guess it's not really deep for exploring.
Just give me the green light.
If you want me to get close to you, just tell me what to do, tell me what to do. If you want me to take over, just give me the green light, just give me a sign. If you want me to get close to you, just tell me what to do, tell me what to do. If you want me to take over, just give me the green light, just give me the green light.
So here we are looking at this overhang climbing route and how difficult it must be to climb it. It must be a lot of training. Next year we really want to get into it, starting with Via Ferrata climbing. So here you can see the hill where we've been about 20 minutes ago, and now we're following this bigger road around the hills and we should get to another cave somewhere there. And here on the right we got a view again of Palma de Mallorca city. And here we got to this little viewpoint, again overlooking Palma de Mallorca and also Mediterranean Sea. Viewpoint, the path started to follow more downhill, and we see a beginning of Tramuntana Mountains on the right side, and we have about 1 kilometer to the next cave. So now we got off of the bigger road and we start to follow this little trail on the left through these little bushes. And again, we follow the routes from the GPS application called Maps.me, which has been a really great tool on most of our adventures. Okay, and here we finally got to the cave, which only looks like a little hole. We were not sure if that's really the cave. We're looking around, but this is the only thing we could find. So I'm gonna explore it now. It seems pretty narrow, so let's see what's in there. And only after a few meters the passage got even more narrow. You can probably get through it, but I don't know how is it behind there. If you have a place to turn around, and there was no way I would try it without any professionals, so I just turned back. So again, caving seems like a great adventure, but if you're not experienced or don't have professionals with you, it can be really dangerous. Okay, so it's about 4:30 and the path starts to turn back around the hill. So we have about 2 hours still darkness, so hopefully we can make it. Let's go. Alright, so I think we've been up there to that hill, then we descended down, went around this hill to the cave. Now we came here, and now we just have to go down around there, and then I guess go back down the other way. And you can also go this way, which goes further to more hills and stuff, but we don't have time for that, so just gonna keep going down and descend. Okay, here we finally back to the crossroad where the road we've been going before, making a nice loop going around through two caves. And in just 1 minute we got to another crossroad where we're gonna make another loop back to the where we started, where our car is. So we're gonna keep going here on the right for another 6 kilometers, while we have only about 1 hour of sunlight, so hopefully we can make it before darkness. Let's go. So both that road that was go around and this road are really big, so most of the way you're going like on a bigger road, and only this one was a little bit smaller at the end. So from here you can again see the loop that we did. We went around that hill in the front and then came back down the other way, and over here is the first hill where we had lunch. And now looking at the path on maps.me, it seems like the path keeps going like that on the ridge of those hills and then down to where we started. So we came from over here, and Sanya wanted to go over there and around, but it's easier to go just this way. And over here we see this tank with water, which is used in case of forest fires. And down here you can see the path where we started. So we started down in the valley and then went up on that hill and around back here. So before we can like that, and then I guess up behind and on top of that hill we came back around. Amazing. Alright guys, we're almost back down at the car, so I hope you enjoyed this amazing adventure loop in Mallorca, Spain. We have a few more little vlogs coming up before traveling to Andalusia, Spain, so stay tuned for those adventures. And as always, stay healthy and stay adventurous.